Hey YouTube, new YouTuber here, DJ, and I'll be starting my DJ Blox Fruits guide. And for the first Blox Fruits guide, it's going to be a level 1 up guide. So let's just say you spawn into the game, your first time playing. You look around, you spawn as a pirate, and you go to your menu, which most noobs actually don't do. Actually, you go to your stats here, and you see, yeah, 5 stats. But instead today, you want to be a melee user. So I'm here to help you out. So let's get right into it. So as a melee user, it's simple, pretty easy. Grab your combat, come over here, smack on these NPCs. This works on anything, console, mobile. Smack on all 5 of them, and just don't die. It's really simple, Well, this is the first part anyways. So yeah, when you get your first the quest done, you just continue to do it again, but until you're level 10, and that's when I'll see you. And upon reaching level 10, you should have 27 stat points. So as a melee user, the best stat points to use at this time is pretty simple, because you will need this: 17 into melee and 10 into defense. Now you might be wondering, as a newbie, why would you need defense? Well, you'll see coming up, of course. So first off, you need to save cash. So let's bring the dinghy, of course. And we made it to jungle. Now, the first thing to do is jungle is, pretty simple. Press the compass. You could have done that too. Do this and follow yourself here. And the monkeys is the first quest you're gonna do, and it's fairly easy, like really easy actually. This is exactly what you're gonna do. Grab them, bring them down here, and do that, and that's it. And I mean, that's all you gotta do until you complete the quest. See you then. And we're literally almost here on our last guy. And there we go. Grab them in the exact same spot, man. It's simple and easy. Nothing changes. Making sure you don't take damage. And quest completed. And as you complete this, you already get the gorilla quest. And the gorilla's quest is a little harder. But I mean, come on. You got this. So, as we dash over there, make sure to always use the dash button. It's always OP. We make it here. So for the gorillas, it's pretty simple. Grab him. You can either fight him normally. You can do this with the monkeys as well. Fight him normally. Or, I'll show you in a couple of seconds once this gorilla's dead. And now, or you can do this. There's still a chance he'll be able to hit you, but there'll be less chance, and you'll just be all hits. So now, I'll be right back till we get the Gorilla King. And as you can see right here, you could actually trap all of them there, but there is some, a chance for them just to come up off of each other after running on each other, bro, which is kind of hilarious. So, and we're already on the last guy here. Funny part is, we might not even reach 20. Yep. Well, if you don't reach 20, then you just can fight another NPC and he will immediately get you there. And there we go. And you should have at least 30 stat points if you haven't used it since level 10. So we use this here, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put another 10 into defense, so you have 200, and put the rest into melee. Now, like I said, the defense right now for 200 is, pretty crazy. But you're a melee user, you're up close and personal, bro. So, and this is where, the HP comes in handy. Because the Gorilla King has this ability. And what I've seen as my time from playing Blox Fruits, when I would go to jungle sometimes, I see a lot of noobs die to the Gorilla King's first ability. So, here we are. So, how to fight this man is, it's kind of, yeah, it's pretty simple. You can do this and then step back right when you see an animation like that. Make sure to use your dash ability though. Dashing is very OP, you know? So just continue to M1. He will be able to hit you, but as long as you just, dash at the right time back. Now, this kind of negates the health ability, but then also, if you wanted to, if you're not much of a, stand still type of guy, you can actually get personal and take a little bit of damage. Like this. So, you're up close and personal type of guy. And, he's pretty fairly easy. Huss. And, whoa. Step back. See, if you only had 100 HP, you would have been dead. Now, since we completed it, we reached 24. And now, we'll see you two, we gotta get to the next quest. Also, y'all, just so y'all know, it takes 2 minutes for the Gorilla King to spawn back. And that's what we'll be waiting for. And right after you kill, I'm pretty positive, 3 Gorilla Kings, you should be 29. Unless, you did some extra hitting on gorillas or something. We can go to the monkey quest and just do this until level 30. So you already know the method. Right here. Come here, bud. And jump over. And just start beating on them. Alright, we'll see y'all when I reach 30. Now, as we reach level 30, we have 30 other stat points. And you know where that's going, bruh. We don't gotta worry about defense for right now anyways. And straight into, melee. As we got 200 HP. Now, since we're done with that, we take our little dinghy boat. Do this. Track. And the best way of doing it, if you're starting from this dock right here, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this dinghy boat is terrible, bro. I'm gonna just buy a good boat, which is the sloop. The sloop is a very good boat. Alright, so once you come over here, you just go straight past this town, this part right here. Whoa, what was that? And you see it from here. Alright, see y'all guys there. And we're here. We've made it here. And we grab our first quest, which is the pirates. So, you have 2 choices here. This is the first thing we're going to do. Before we go through those choices, of course, is grab the cash, the diamond chest right here. There's going to be 4 chests you can grab. If you come over here, if you go up those little steps over there after grabbing the diamond, there's a gold one. And then you come back over here. There's this part right here. Keep going this way. Walk past this pirate. Come this way. See that pirate and grab this one. Continue to go this way. See this little boss right here, the chef. And go through his house on the top floor. And there's the... And that's free 5,000. And as a melee user, you're going to need that 5k. But now, let's get into the actual grinding. So you have 2 options as a grinder. You can fight this. Like this. Right here. Since you have, no Logias, no none of that. Right now anyways, you are basically not immune to anything. So this has to be your best source. So this is a very good, way to do it. Or, if, let's say if somebody's here in your area, you come over here, grab this guy. You can pull him right here and just do the same thing. Or you can obviously use that step over there, which is a lot better. Anyways, now, let's do this until we're level 40. After you're done with the first quest, just grab the pirates quest all over again. And like I said, all the way to level 40. Now, obviously there's more methods. You could possibly use this. But sadly, since the rework of the combat styles, it was patched, sadly. But that's alright. Just stick with the normal stuff I said and you'll get everything done. What I figured out while grinding also is that if you bring them behind one of these like little store things, you can actually stand on top of them while they're, under there, and just like you gotta stand close like this. Bring them over here. And then come to the edge like this, and they won't be able to attack you at all. This is amazing in my opinion. I advise you to really use this right here, just to make things go a lot faster. Like a lot faster. And we make it to level 40. Level 40, you know, we finally get to fight the brutes. But before we fight the brutes, remember, you got stat points. So we come over here. That's exactly what we do. After you're done with all, you know, all getting all 10 levels, these what's name should come back. So right here we have, you know, the chest, all that. So first off, what you're gonna do is put 2, get 300 HP, and then put the rest into melee. Right there. And then grab these chests. You know, we already know where all all of them is. So let's get over here and dash again. And if you go downstairs, come over here, it will be good. Now there's very easy ways to fight these guys. So you got this right here, one of the easier methods. You still will be able to be hit, but there's a less chance of you getting hit if you stand right here. Now, this is a pretty mid method right here, but you know, it's these guys. They have a what's the name weapon, a heavy weapon, so it's already hard enough to fight them. So the best way to fight these guys is to either you gotta move to the side while hitting them, or you can just slightly move back while attacking them, which works on every single console, mobile. You just gotta know how to do it, and that's really the method. Well, I'll see you guys, you know, once we're done at level 50. Now, we also got another method. If you want to come over here, you got this method over here where you bring him all the way over here, and then you just start beating him. You just start beating him, bruh. Simple and easy. Simple and easy. He's gonna hit you, obviously, but I mean, he's not gonna kill you. You'll heal back always when you get there. So when you use that last attack, he's basically cooked. Now, when you're if you're level 49 like me, and you know you're done doing these brutes quests because they take so long, and it's a pretty hard quest overall. I would advise you just go back to the pirates until you're level 50, and then you know I'll see you there at level 50. And now we're here, y'all. We're level 50 with 64,000. Now there's a high percent chance you probably won't get the same amount of luck as me with these chests, because there is like nobody here, surprisingly. Because I think, yeah, they're all like high levels, so. Oh, besides this one guy. But I don't think he's made it here yet. But yeah, like I was saying, we got pretty lucky. So now this is exactly what we're going to do. We're actually going to, we're going to take it. We're going to take our chance in trying to get, a pretty good fruit. So if you want to go fast, I advise you, home button. Since you haven't saved it anywhere, you can actually, use this. Spawn here. Collect this right here. And there's another one over here behind you once you spawn in. So once you get that, you come all the way over here. And I ain't gonna lie, just to save as much money as you need to, buy the dinghy, bruh. Just buy it. And we just made it here, y'all, for our, our chance. So what we're looking for is, obviously the simple ones, Buddha, elementals, so we click this. And we should never have taken the gamble. Oh no. Well, at the end of the day, it is what it is. So, if you didn't get lucky at the gamble, then all you gotta do is just hit this home button again, and we're going straight back to Pirate Island, the Pirate Village. As we are here, we have 30 stat points again, and this is exactly what we're gonna do. So first off, we're gonna put 10 into melee and the rest into, our defense. Now, for right now, this is as much as our defense will go for a minute, actually. So we're gonna continue to fight brutes, or you can fight pirates until you reach level 55. And as usual, y'all, if y'all are like, the brutes quest, bro, takes a toll on your energy. Well, that's all right, you know, because the Pirates is always here to save the day with, you know, a simple and easy little kill quest. So, you already know, at 54, I know I can immediately get a level if you see over there in the, you know, the XP. It's only 13,000, and this is like 11,900 some. I need to level up. So we just get it done, bruh. Let's get it done. And we are level 55 finally. And honestly, I can't exactly tell you how long it, you know, the respawn time for the chef is, or you know. But for most of the time, he actually responds in 8 or 10 minutes, and I'm pretty positive that's a hacker up there. If you see a hacker, there's always a clear method to do. Either, you know, be an op and report him, or just leave the game. And honestly, it's just best if you just report him. My fault, not report him, just leave the game. And I just went through like 3 servers, and I finally got into a server without a hacker, which is kind of crazy. But anyways, you know, obviously get them chests. Money is super important. So, like I was saying, if you actually got lucky on your elemental, then the brutes and the pirates would have been like really easy. What you see is me though. I did not get lucky at all, which is all right, you know. What's the name? All right, so easy thing to do here. We have a simple way. We have, you know, through the wall, and this is honestly your best method, because if you don't, because he has a sword, and it's already bad enough that you can barely reach him, but that move right there does like 300 damage, which is fairly crazy, man. I don't think anybody wants to get hit by that. And he may be downstairs now. Yep, he is. So, yeah, it's best if you probably take him, you know, downstairs, start beating on him there. Try and, you know, try your best. And this is why I told y'all to get 400 HP right here. Just because if you're what's the name? If you got like an elemental fruit, you probably wanna, you know, fight him outside or something. If you don't have one, this is probably your safest bet. Yes, that's the move right there. Oh shoot, and we've been blessed, I guess. Alright, y'all. Now like I was saying, you can either do brutes until level 60, or you can just wait till he responds. Let's see. Now, as we are here, we've actually did join a new server because of a hacker. So, we actually did get the chef and we killed him. So we're gonna take, you know, these chests here, and you know, the first thing we're gonna do is get that pirate quest, because we only need a couple of them XP and we'll make it out of here. So you already know, y'all. Everybody, you already know the method. I'll get to the pirate quest. And we're level 60, y'all. And finally, we can get off, you know, little pirate, you know, place. And let's get out of here. So, like I said, y'all, the compass is very OP, very beautiful, very nice ability and added thing to the game. I said ability, bro. Might as well be one at this point. But yeah, make sure to use what you can see it on, you know, console, you know, mobile, all that. It shows you exactly where to go and the quest, you know, pointed at. So if you're going, you know, this way, make sure to just turn this way. They take a right, and basically that's all it is. Anyway, see y'all there. Now, y'all, we have made it to desert. And the thing about desert is, it's not one of everybody's favorite islands, but you know, you know, you gotta get through it, man. So you have this spot right here, which is, you know, a pretty simple spot. You know, these guys also have swords, so it's pretty annoying. And also, you know, there is a lot of normal chests you can come collect. If you come over here as well, there's one over there, and you know, we just gotta do a lot. Right here, you may, nah, definitely don't got a chance there. But yeah, maybe right here actually. If you're able to get up here, nope. But anyways, y'all, this is most likely gonna be a non-grindable method just because they can still hit you. But this place right here might actually just be the best spot. If you can just bring them up the stairs, and they'll be missing you a lot of times, bro. Anyways, y'all, we'll see y'all at 75. As I almost forgot y'all, the stat points, obviously, let me get y'all right. And all of it is going straight into melee. Like I said, we're going to be dumping a lot of stuff into melee. And we're fun to get done with our first quest. Which was, pretty easily when you use the method on the stairs right there. Or right, here. Anyways, y'all, I'll see y'all at 75. So I just figured out another spot while grinding. And if you bring this NPC over here, it will be very hard for them to hit you actually. And it'll be easy for you to hit them. So I mean, hey, there y'all go. Another easy grinding spot, in the desert this time. Oh, shoot. And once we reach, level 70, we got, more stat points that we're getting straight into melee, man. Also, if you haven't realized, our cash, we will be waiting to reach 150,000 basically for that. So, see y'all then at level 80. Now, y'all, before we do anything, we're actually gonna see if we can actually get our first fighting style, our first combat style. So, obviously, you might be wondering, what the heck is the first combat style? Well, actually, we've already been to the island where it's at. So, first off, you already know, grab the sloop, like usual. And you need 150,000 for this, and just go left. That's all you gotta do. We're going straight back to Pirate Village, and we're hoping that the chef is here, and we're hoping all the chest is here as well. So if we can get those two here, then we should be able to get what we need, and what we need is our first fighting style. And as we can see, he is. Oh, well, he's not here. But guess what? The chest is not here. Also, unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Well, that is all right. We're cool. We just had to go back. Now, by the way, y'all, we just rejoined the new server. And we're actually going to fight the chef. So, we got 138,000. And first chest is here. We got to hope for all three of them. And we got to hope to reach, I think, at least 140. Ooh, I don't know if we'll be able to. Gives 8,000. And let's fight him. Let's kill him. So I'll see y'all when we're done. Now it looks like we are just hundreds of away, and the thing is, the pirates might actually get it for us. So I'm pretty sure if you kill at least, well, if you kill some, you might have already gotten it. Just in your case. But for mine's, I haven't. So we have to do this for a second, and that's it. And we got enough. So let's start off from the start of Pirate Island. So we get, I said Pirate Island, Pirate Village. We get here, and we go straight to the left, all the way in this tunnel. Go straight this way, and we turn in this side block right here. And then we see this little door between this house and this one. And we go inside, and we see the Dark Step Teacher. And yes, we would like to learn it. And this will be our first fighting style. Now, I'll see y'all right back at Desert. And we're finally back at Desert. And here we are. The Desert Officers. So, let's get there. You already know, man. Alright. So, nothing around here. And if you actually go down here, there's actually another chest for cash, which cash is very important, like I said. So with these guys, you know, if you have your new fighting style, you know, you're already doing plenty amount of damage. You can just do this the whole time. Or if you don't want to do that, you can, I'm pretty positive that I may be able to hide them behind a cactus, literally. Or the easier way, you know, bring them over here and just start beating on them from here. Which he'll still be able to hit you, but not as much like usual. Well, I'll see you guys at level 80. And we've made it to level 80 where, you know, stat points time, and we already know what that's going to. Don't even gotta say it. Right there. Simple and easy. Alright, y'all. I'll see y'all at level 90. And we're here on our final quest of the video, the Desert Officer's final quest. And we've made it to level 90. And this is exactly what we're going to do, man. We're going to take our final spin. I think it's been 2 hours. Yeah, I think it's been 2 hours. So, let's actually go take the final spin. Remember, y'all, stat points going straight into melee. Gotta get that melee. Alright, y'all. Salute. Actually, you already know, Pirate Starter, of course. And then we'll be there. And we're here, y'all. We have our, you know, chance of getting another low gear fruit. Never mind, y'all. Oh my god. Well, we got 47 hours. That's a 47 hours, 47 minutes. But in the next episode, in part 2, we will actually be going through, you know, snow all the way up to prison. So, see you guys later.